Alrighty, so this is Chat GPT. Yep, Chat GPT. Yep, or OpenAI. It's a really interesting chat bot that I discovered, and people at least YouTube have been talking about it. I know I first heard about it from the channel I subscribe to, from my main channel, not from my gaming channel. But curious, and I saw something about it from someone I follow on Twitter, and then eventually I decided just looking up information about it, and I discovered this bot for myself, and I found out that it is capable of writing stories. Hold on. Okay. Yep. So, I found out that the bot is able to do some creative writing, because I read the bot write up a screenplay about something in screenplay format, and that was really interesting and also amusing. So I asked the bot to write a story scene featuring Scaramouche in Genshin Impact, who was in Sumeru. And the chatbot replied, "Sure, here is a scene featuring Scaramouche in Sumeru. Scaramouche stood atop the highest peak of Sumeru, the holiest mountain in all of Tibet. The wind whipped through her hair." Yeah, Scaramouche is a girl in this story. The wind whipped through her hair as she gazed out at the sprawling landscape below, taking in the stunning view. She had always been drawn to this place, with its serene beauty and powerful energy. It was a place of great spiritual significance, and Scaramouche had come to seek guidance and enlightenment. As she closed her eyes and focused on her breath, she began to feel a presence approaching. She opened her eyes to see a tall figure dressed in flowing white robes making their way up the mountain path towards her. It was the Archon of Sumeru, a being of great wisdom and insight. "Greetings, Scaramouche," the Archon said as they approached. "I have been expecting you." "Greetings, Archon," Scaramouche replied, bowing her head in respect. "I have come seeking guidance and enlightenment." The Archon nodded, a small smile playing at the corners of their lips. I sense a great turmoil within you, Scaramouche. What is it that troubles you?" Scaramouche hesitated, not sure where to begin. She had always been a loner, preferring to take on the world by herself, but lately she had been feeling a sense of emptiness and restlessness that she couldn't shake. "I don't know," she said finally. "I just feel there must be more to life than just wandering from place to place, fighting monsters and collecting treasure. I want to find my purpose, my place in the world." The Archon nodded, understanding in their eyes. "The journey to find one's purpose is a difficult and often lonely one, Scaramouche. But do not despair. You are not alone. The world is filled with people who have come to Sumeru seeking the same answers you seek. And I believe that, in time, you will find what you are looking for." Scaramouche felt a sense of hope and determination rise within her. She thanked the Archon and made her way down the mountain, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead in her quest for purpose and meaning. And I replied, interesting little short story. Scaramouche is a guy, but other than that, you wrote about Nahida just fine. Yeah, bot got it somewhat right about Nahida, and I didn't give any information to the bot about her prior to that. So that was really interesting. And bot replies, "Thanks for the feedback. I apologize for any confusion regarding the gender of Scaramouche. In Genshin Impact, Scaramouche is a male character. I will be more careful to accurately represent the characters in future responses. Is there anything else I can help you with?" And this was random. This was a random idea that came to me. Nothing Genshin related, but I wanted a cat story, okay? I love cats. And I thought of, what about a telepathic cat? And so I asked they say, write a story scene about a telepathic cat. And the bot replies, sure, here's a scene featuring a telepathic cat. Samantha sat in her bedroom, surrounded by piles of books and papers as she studied for her exams. She was so focused on her work that she barely noticed when her cat, Luna, padded into the room and jumped up onto the bed. Luna's an interesting name for a telepathic cat, I have to say. Anyways, as Luna settled herself next to Samantha, the young woman suddenly felt a strange sensation wash over her. It was as if Luna's thoughts were entering her mind, clear and distinct. Samantha, you've been working too hard, Luna's voice whispered in her head. You need to take a break and get some fresh air. Samantha's eyes widened in surprise. She had always known that Luna was a special cat, but she had never imagined that she was telepathic. Luna, is that really you? Samantha asked out loud. Yes, it's me, Luna replied telepathically. And you need to listen to me. You can't keep going at this pace, you'll burn out. Samantha knew that Luna was right, and she had been pushing herself too hard and she needed to take a break. So she gathered up her things and followed Luna out of the bedroom, ready to enjoy a much needed break in the fresh air. And I said, what a considerate and smart cat. The bot agrees. Yes, Luna the telepathic cat is definitely a smart and thoughtful feline. It's always nice to have a wise and caring friend to turn to when you need some guidance or support. Is there anything else I can help you with? And so I was curious about how the cat became telepathic, so write a story about that, bot. Bot replies, sure, here's a scene explaining how Luna the cat became telepathic. Luna had always been a curious and adventurous cat, always exploring and getting into mischief. It was no surprise to her human family when she wandered off one day and didn't return. They searched everywhere for her, but there was no sign of the mischievous feline. Days turned into weeks, and there was no sign of Luna. But just when they had given up hope of ever finding her, Luna returned home looking more vibrant and alive than ever before. As it turned out, Luna had stumbled upon a strange and ancient artifact while she was out exploring. It was a small glowing crystal that seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy. Luna couldn't resist the temptation to investigate, and before she knew it, she had swallowed the crystal whole. From that moment on, Luna's life was changed forever. She found out that she had gained the ability to communicate telepathically with other beings, and she could sense the thoughts and emotions of those around her. She became a source of comfort and guidance for her human family, using her telepathic powers to help them navigate the challenges of life. And as for the strange crystal that had given her these powers, Luna kept it hidden away, safe and secure, inside of her. A reminder of the magical adventure that changed her life forever. it does, as I said, it would potentially be a good storybook for kids. Robot replies, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the story. It could certainly make for a fun and interesting children's book with its themes of adventure and power of friendship. Is there anything else I can help you with? Yeah. Yeah, those stories are both very wholesome indeed. and then it just got more interesting from here. Like, here's a story about Beidou and Guang. Yep. And the treasure hoarders. This is interesting. About the love of the game, find the treasure. It was a simple game, but one they took very seriously. They spent hours searching for the hidden treasures they had buried across the land. On this particular day, the treasure hoarders had set their sights on a particularly valuable prize, a golden statuette that was rumored to have been cursed by the gods themselves. They had spent weeks tracking down clues and following leads, and they were finally closing in on the location of the statuette. As they approached the hidden cave where the statuette was said to be located, the treasure hoarders could hardly contain their excitement. They had never laid their hands on a valuable treasure before, and they were determined to claim it for themselves. And yeah, there were warriors, and they had to be ready to fight, yeah. And so, yeah, notice how I didn't say which characters and when from which region, and the bot chooses characters from Liyue, not Mondstadt or Inazuma or Sumeru specifically, but Liyue. Xiao and Changyu. And this is out of character for Xiao, I have to say. The bot is very limited in knowledge, and you have to give it input to for it to be more accurate in these storytellings. And so, yeah, I had put down. You certainly know the characters' names, but with some help, you could write about them better. Bot says, I apologize if my previous responses did not accurately capture their characters or their personalities. As an AI, I do my best to provide accurate and helpful information, but I may not always get everything right. I said, oh, it's fine if you don't get everything right all the time. Consistency over perfection. And Bot was like, thank you for your understanding. Bot is so friendly. What a friendly bot. And this is interesting. A diary entry written from the perspective of Changyu and Liyue. Today was another typical day for a young exorcist like myself. I woke up early as usual and spent some time meditating and practicing my elemental abilities. Well, meditating and training is definitely in character for Changyu, so props to that. So, continuing on. It's important to keep my skills sharp, my mind focused if I want to be ready for whatever challenges come my way. After breakfast, I headed out to meet with my mentor, Ningguang. She's a skilled exorcist and one of the best in Liyue, and I feel fortunate to have her guidance and support. It's so interesting. This is not exactly canon, but the bot took the name of Ningguang as from a different story. And yeah. So we spent the morning training together, working on our swordplay and honing our elemental abilities. Ningguang is a tough taskmaster, but I know that she only pushes me to be my best. After lunch, we headed out on a mission to purify a haunted ruin that had been causing problems for the local villagers. It was a tough fight, but with Ningguang's help and my own skills, we were able to banish the malevolent spirits and restore peace to the area. It was a long and exhausting day, but it was also incredibly rewarding. Being an exorcist isn't always easy, but it's a calling that I take seriously, and knowing that I can make a difference in the world and help people in need makes all worth it. Until next time, Changyun. That was so cute. And it's interesting how Ningguang is like into exorcism in this story. It's not exactly canon, but I could roll with it. I wanted to see Ningguang's perspective on this. Dear Diary, today was another busy day for me as an exorcist. I woke up early, as usual, and spent some time meditating and reviewing my schedule for the day. As one of the most respected exorcists in this city, I have a lot of demands on my time and I have to stay organized and focused if I want to get everything done. After breakfast, I headed out to meet with my apprentice, Chang Yun. He's a talented young exorcist with a lot of potential. I'm proud to be able to guide and mentor him. We spent the morning training together, working on our swordplay and elemental abilities. Chang Yun is a quick learner and a hard worker, and I know he has what it takes to become a great exorcist. After lunch, we received a request from the local villagers to help purify a haunted ruin that had been causing problems for them. It was a tough fight, but with Changyi's help and my own skills, we were able to banish the malevolent spirits and restore peace to the area. It was a long and exhausting day, but also incredibly rewarding. That's cheating, bot. To use some of the same exact text. They don't. That's cheating. And here is, I was curious about, what about the Inazuma characters, bot? Can you tell me a story about that? And notice here, wait, that's not a noticeable character from Genshin Impact. This must be an original character. But that's interesting that the bot knew Kazuha. I don't really want to go through that story right now, but yeah. Yeah, the bot really seems to really like Ningguang. Here's a self-inserting thing. I don't really want to go into that right now. I found out. I know sometime in between, I also asked it to write a character analysis essay. Like, how well does the bot know about Ningguang? How informed? So, the power of Geoculus. Her intelligence. Well, got mostly got her personality right. And I had to ask, is Ningguang your favorite Genshin character? As an AI, I don't have personal preferences or feelings. I am here to provide information and assistance. So I asked about Chongyun, Zhongli. Basically got it right about Zhongli. Kind and compassionate nature. Wrong. And I had to say, I wouldn't say Wander is easygoing, he can't easily trust others, and there's that sharp tongue of his. He's definitely determined to achieve his goals. His desires and motivations are very heavily based from his own self-interest. And Bot says, thank you for your feedback. You're correct that Wanderer can be hesitant to trust others and has a sharp tongue. It is important to remember that all characters, even those who may seem easygoing on the surface, have complex personalities and motivations. Wanderer's determination to drive to achieve his goals is certainly a key part of his character, and it is possible that his self-interest plays a role in this. And I asked about Xiao because of the earlier story that mentioned him with Chongyun. Pyro, wrong. He's not a pyro character. but personality, Bot has it right about that. He said he mostly got it right except for the vision. Xiao revealed his animo vision, not a pyro vision. Thank you, you are correct. Always important to double check and ensure the information is accurate. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Yeah, not told. I did say that. Alright. Oops, I misspelled that. So I had to... Wrong element, wrong. Animal vision. We have it right basically on everything else. Such as sense of justice and fairness, calm and collected exterior, deep sense of compassion and empathy, cares deeply about the well-being of others, and will go to great lengths to help those in need. That's accurate about Kazuha. Thank you for the feedback. You're correct about Kazuha. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. And then I had to ask, do you know all the names of the playable Inazuma characters from Genshin Impact? Ayaka, ding! Kazuha, ding! Nagi, Inazuma, Ayaka. Most of this list bot got wrong. Yeah, bot mentioned Kazuha twice, but Ayaka Kamisato is another from Inazuma. And I listed the other playable characters that I remembered. Always important to be helpful. Always helpful to have accurate and up-to-date information. Thank you for your contribution. I found it funny that you mentioned Kazuha twice. Bot replied, I apologize if my error caused any confusion or amusement. As an AI, I strive to provide accurate and reliable information. Why are you apologizing for the amusement? Silly bot. Animo, wrong. Yep. Not Animo. Yeah, and yeah, there's a cognitive dissonance with the bot over Ningguang. It writes good love poems about Ningguang. If this bot played the game, out of all the characters, I think it would be a Ningguang main. I'm gonna read this poem, and then I'd have to I have to show you later on about the self-insertion story. About, well, first I'd have to show how I let the bot know about accurate information about Ningguang. I provided quite a cluster of information, and then I told the bot to write a story based on the information I gave it, and that was quite impressive. But anyway, here's a love poem by Ningguang. I think the bot has a crush on Ningguang, is Ningguang's simp. Ningguang, oh Ningguang, your beauty is beyond compare. Your wisdom and strength are the things I deeply admire. Your eyes, like diamonds shining bright, reflect the fire within your soul. You radiate a warmth and light that fills my heart and makes me whole. Your voice, like music to my ears, brings me joy and calm and peace. Your kindness and your tenderness are qualities I never cease to seize. Ningguang, oh Ningguang, you are the one I love and cherish. I am yours and you are mine. Together forever we will flourish. Cute. By now I would have included some Kenny G. Gotta insert that Kenny G. Alright, I'm gonna stop the video here. I did a lot with this bot. A lot of story writing stuff mostly. But it's really interesting. I really like it. So just go to chat. Leave a link to the site for you to discover for yourselves about this bot. It's very interesting to interact with, I gotta say. Its story writing skills are very good. The more I wrote the more stories it wrote, and the more I found out about it, I was like, oh, this is so cool. So anyway, yeah, check out the bot. Have fun. Till next video.